I'm Tracy. I'm a certified trauma coach. I teach people how to recover from trauma and abuse, regulate their nervous system, reclaim their authentic self, and if you're a parent from peace with a trauma history. So today I'm going to talk to you about the skills I use. I do get asked what skills work for me the most, and I will start by saying everybody is different. Unfortunately, you gotta kind of try them all to see what resonates with you, and what works for you might not work for somebody else, and that's totally fine. For me, my number one go-to is breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 6, exhale for 8. The extended exhale triggers my vagus nerve to send all the signals to my brain to relax, to come to a more regulated state. And the reason that's my number one go-to is because I can do it anywhere. It doesn't matter if I'm home, I'm working, I'm in the car, I'm at the grocery store, because for the most part, you can breathe like that in public and really no one's going to notice. And even if they notice, who cares? My second thing is weight training. I used to be a certified personal trainer many years ago, and I did powerlifting. It was something that was very special to me, very important to me. It helped me to learn to honor my body and what my body is physically capable of doing. And it took my focus off of the aesthetics of what I look like and what the scale says, and my focus became about how much weight I could put on that bar. And unfortunately, it was something that got taken away from me because of the relationship that I was in. So once I was out of that relationship, it was something that I reclaimed for myself. And in doing so, I got to relearn all of the things that I already knew as a certified personal trainer. And weight training, especially moderate to heavy weight training, 2 to 4 times a week, is so amazing for your nervous system, because lifting weights is a nervous system activity. Your brain has to fire off neurons to innervate the muscle so you can lift that heavy ass weight off of the floor, off of the rack, whatever the case may be. And if you're dysregulated, whether you're activated, whether you're in disassociation, the second you start lifting weights, your nervous system now is all hands on deck to focus on what you're doing, because your brain knows, I need to send all of these nerve impulses to these muscles to lift this weight, and I got to make sure my skeleton is in proper alignment so I don't hurt my body. And it gives you a focused attention. You are completely focused on what you're doing, and everything else just falls away. And it really does force your nervous system into a state of regulation, just because of the nature of what your brain and nervous system needs to do to lift weights. That is by far my most favorite activity. And I wish I could get there every day of the week. It's not good to train every day of the week. But my point is, as far as discharging activated energy and clearing my mind and really feeling that kind of reset, weight training does that for me. The third thing that immediately fixes me, getting outside. It doesn't matter if I'm in my backyard, doesn't matter if I'm going for a walk around the neighborhood, doesn't matter if I'm going into the woods and going on a hike. Getting fresh air, being in nature, resets my nervous system. Walking barefoot outside is a huge one. It's not woo-woo, it's science, and I will find the article and I will attach it to this video or one of the previous videos where I mentioned it in. And walking outside barefoot releases ions into the earth, and it helps regulate your nervous system. So those are my three big ones. Breathing, weight training, fresh air. Those regulate my nervous system every single time without fail. And it's without even thinking or trying, it just happens, because those are the things that resonate with me. Those are the things that I found work for me. And believe me, I've tried everything. I've tried ice on the back of the neck, ice on the wrist. I've tried cold water on the face. I've tried every breathing exercise known to man. I've done somatic movements. I've done yoga. I do love yoga. I enjoy yoga very much. But as far as bringing myself back into a state of calm equilibrium, the breathing, weight training, and fresh air. The second I start doing it, it's literally like my brain just is like, all right, I know what I'm supposed to do right now. I need to regulate. Send all the signals to the nervous system. And it's an almost instantaneous regulation for me. So as far as all of you, I have the skills in some of my videos. Of course, they're in my courses. They're in my books. The Ladder Out is the one that really goes into more detail in regards to the actual steps I took to reclaim myself, to regulate my nervous system. It touches more on polyvagal theory and the science behind it. So that's definitely the book I would suggest for anybody who wants to really dig into this. And I also have a workbook that goes along with it as a companion, which I think is really helpful. I know a lot of my clients seem to think is very helpful because it gives you something tangible you can write down, you can track, and you can do it in any order that fits you. It's not meant to be done sequentially. You can jump around, you can do it in order, you can do whatever works for you. So that's what works for me. I would like to hear what works for some of you. And if any of you try any of my skills that work for me and you had a positive experience, please let me know. As always, please follow, like, and share so we can share the education and support for everyone who needs it.